So today's buried treasure is a little bit of a cheat because this is a beloved game that has been available on almost every platform you can imagine. It's had a great deal of success, and one of the reasons why is that it was created by one person, Thomas Happ, and he has been able to make Axiom Verge live on lots of different machines. And I recall reviewing this game with Scott Jones a few years ago when it first came out, and we reviewed it after Ori and the Blind Forest and some other Metroidvania type experiences. And I remember thinking, man, this is an impressive game, and it's filled with lots of great artistry, an incredible soundtrack that Thomas Happ actually also made. But it wasn't a game that really bowled me over with its mechanics or its originality or its hooky kinds of concepts. Now, I have kind of been dwelling on Axiom Verge ever since I put that review out there on the show, because I know a lot of people love this game. And I know that it was a tremendous effort, and it's filled with all kinds of great commentary on video games in general and this genre of Metroidvania and all of these different sort of clever inside jokes and wonderful little elements that are yours to discover. This is one of those games where, I've reviewed it, but I've thought about it, and I've always thought, was I fair enough to that game? And so the game became available on the Nintendo Switch. And as I started to play it, I was like, oh my God, this is crazy fun. And oh my God, did it feel like I needed to jump into another Metroidvania at that time. A couple of years ago, Samus Returns Metroid for the 3DS came out, and that knocked my socks off. Again, still to this day, we have lots of Metroidvania type games that we can point at and play. But the mindset was different this time for me. So to jump into Axiom Verge now in 2020 and play this, I don't know, it spoke to me in a different way. I got completely obsessed with it. I got completely addicted to finding all the secrets and all the mysteries. I love the fact that you can actually pick up kind of an in-game editor and sort of monkey with the codes within the game and change all the parameters around for yourself, like the gravity. And I love the fact that you can pick up the mechanic to phase through walls. And of course, it employs all of the tricks that we know from Metroidvania, where you find the secrets, and that allows you to access areas that were, at one time closed off to you. So there's a lot of retraversal. There's a lot of trying to decipher where you can and can't go on the map that you're constantly accessing. It was an amazing, perfect escape for me at this time and on this console. I wanted to put, another video together, and I think part of what I wanted to do was also talk about the fact that sometimes revisiting software that was once not right for you, and I've discovered this in a lot of my 16-bit superhero segments as well. When you revisit some of those games sometimes, and your mindset's different, sometimes it clicks, and you just get it, and you understand why this game works and why it's beloved by so many people. And that was absolutely the case for me this time. I felt when I reviewed it last time that I was a little exhausted on this 2D Metroidvania, made by people that love the genre kind of thing. But then even since then, we've had a lot of different games that tip their hat to this genre at least. But I don't know. I was just grooving on it, and I just think it's an unbelievably fun escape. And the character and the interaction with this sort of alien force and these different creatures that you encounter, all of it was just mesmerizing, coupled with the beautiful sound effects and incredible music permeating throughout the experience. It's superb. I'm really glad that I went back to the game. It makes me doubly excited for the sequel that's coming. Axiom Verge on Nintendo Switch is just an incredible fit. And it really makes me anxious for more from this franchise, but also, Nintendo, you've got to do something with all of your incredible 2D Metroid games, including Samus Returns, the 3DS game. They deserve a home on the Nintendo Switch as well. Axiom Verge, consider it a buried treasure for yourself, but it is incredibly successful, and I couldn't be happier that it is. And I gotta say it, I think I called it, I was a little off last time. I gave it a 7.5, and I would give it at least an 8.5 or a 9 now. It is a wonderful, wonderful game, and man, was it fun to get lost in it, and it's a perfect fit for the Switch.